Hello and welcome back, team, to another live stream. And yeah, of course, we are going to go through the technical analysis today. And we are finally starting to see some movements within Bitcoin. We're starting to see some volume within Bitcoin again. And yeah, we're starting to, again, see a move within Bitcoin finally. We have been consolidating for the past few days. And it's been pretty boring, right? There's been no trades to had on my behalf anyway. There have been trades, but I just haven't taken them because, again, like I always say, I'm looking for the highest probability trades. And sometimes, there are no trades to be had. If I'm waiting for those high probability trades, I'm remaining patient. I'm waiting for those levels. We are now seeing price rise, and we will talk about this rise. And yeah, we are getting closer to some levels that I'm interested in shorting, right? So if we get to those levels in this stream, then I may possibly enter into a short trade on this stream. Remember, one of the previous streams that I did, which was, yeah, when was this? Back on the 2nd of May. This is when I entered into the long trade that I'm currently in at this moment in time. Okay, and we'll talk about what my plan is for the long trades as well. But yeah, on the live stream that I did on the 2nd of, was it the 2nd? Yeah, the 2nd of May. Okay, we entered into a long trade on live stream. And yeah, you can see how well this long trade has been doing. Okay, of course, I've taken a lot of profit, more than I wanted to. But initially, we've made some really nice profit on this long trade. I would still like to be more long on this account. I do have another account with another trade, another long trade from the exact same level as well. So I'm not too worried about it. But I would preferably have not wanted to have taken as much profit as I had. Again, it was a mistake because I am aware that price is still very much in a bull market. Okay, so I do want to take full advantage of any long opportunity that I see. Okay, and that was exactly why I took this long trade here. Okay, there was a high probability long trade that perfectly offered itself to us. So I took that long trade, again, live on stream for you guys. And we've seen a nice rise. Okay, initially we've seen a pullback and some boring consolidation here, but we are getting another rise towards the upside. So of course we will talk about that. But yeah, make sure you smash that thumbs up button if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. It really helps me out, really helps the channel out. So yeah, please make sure that you do smash that like button. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe. And yeah, turn the bell notification on so you never miss another upload, because I am doing, as of now, I am doing daily live streams. And yeah, like I said earlier, you don't want to miss them, because on the 2nd of May, we entered into this amazing long trade. Okay, as you can see here, go back and watch it yourself. As you can see here, the trade, this is when we were sat at around break even, right? Minus $147 in a profit. Minus $147 in a loss, right? So yeah, I took this trade live on stream. So yeah, if you want to go and watch that back, make sure you do. But yeah, let's jump into the charts. Let's see what's going on. Of course, if you've got any questions, put them in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Try and answer them depending on what they are. Of course, they have to be relatable. But yeah, we'll get on into that. I am still in my short trades as well. Remember, those are hedged short trades. Of course, I'll briefly go over that again as well for any of you that are new. But yeah, let's jump into it, because we are seeing Bitcoin come up to a key level of mine that I'm actually interested in taking a short from. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's go from where we entered into the long trade. So first of all, right, we were looking at this as not a, how I've got it drawn here is that we have a descending parallel channel. Okay, originally I was looking at this as just a standard horizontal parallel channel like this. Okay, and what we very simply did was form a failed auction of the range low. Right, very simple failed auction of the range low. And we were seeing a nice reaction off of this low being made here. So I was happy to enter into a long trade off of the reclaim of that low, okay, of that range low. And I entered here on stream for you guys. And then we got this really nice rise towards the upside, okay? Again, this is a very simple long trade with a simple invalidation below the low. Okay, so the expectation was that we got a rise towards the upside, and that's exactly what we did. Okay, we got a really nice rise towards the upside, and of course, we did take profit along the way up. Now, what price did was actually come into resistance here. Okay, so we came into resistance at the descending, the mid-range of the descending parallel channel. And, I'm actually now looking at it like this because you can see how well respected this has been, this descending parallel channel, right? We can see resistance up here, perfect, right? We can also see support down here, 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 perfect, right? Then we've got the deviation, okay, which was the failed auction, fake out, whatever you want to call it. Okay, but then if we have a look before we actually entered into this descending parallel channel, you can see that we respected it a few times here as well as resistance, right? Perfect. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, right, this is just a perfect descending parallel channel, right? And of course, we've been using the mid-range as resistance. We've got a pullback, okay? We did actually have bullish CVD coming in here. There wasn't really any confluence. On the lower time frames, there was for a nice long trade here. Personally, I didn't take it because, I entered into a long trade here. And to be honest, I am happy with how long I am. I'm long as well on another account. Okay, I also longed on this account as well. But yeah, I'm happy with sort of how long I am on the market. Of course, I wish I was more long on this account, but on my other account, I am more long as well. So I'm happy with that. And I'm happy to actually take this long trade up to possibly up here at the range high, right? The range high. I'm happy to target that. Of course, my stop loss has been moved to entry. Of course, I've taken a lot of profit off of the table already. So I am just happy to see sorry, I'm happy to just let the trade ride. Come up to this next target that I have. Well, to be honest, I'm probably looking at taking profit next here. Okay, I've already taken profit up here, so I'm not too interested in taking profit here again. But yeah, maybe here I'm looking at taking profit again. Maybe there, or I may just wait for the range high. We'll have to see what price is looking like, right? If we're looking bearish when we come up to this high here, then I'm possibly looking at taking another TP there. Okay, but I'm happy to see the price continue to rise. Okay, you hear me say this a lot, and especially the visionary members, right? They hear me say this a lot and talk about whether price is having a nice rise towards the upside, or a weak rise, or even a weak pullback or a strong pullback. And this is a very, very strong pullback. Of course, looking at it here, there's no indication to tell us that this is a strong rise towards the upside. Maybe if we pull something up that I just never look at, the volume on here. Okay, yeah, I guess you can look at this and say, yeah, this is a good rise, like solely looking at the volume on TradingView. But the best thing to do, and what gives you the most valuable information, is if you head over to Footprint and take a look at what's going on. Okay, so ever since this rise started, we can see CVD's been ticking towards the upside. Okay, so we've got nice positive delta coming in, and actually increasing positive delta as well. Okay, 2.9, 3.8, 2.7, 1.9, 2.6, 1.7, 4.77 million, right? It doesn't have to increase perfectly. Okay, it just over time has to increase, right? So we're getting increased positive delta here. We're also getting increased volume. Okay, so we're getting what did it start off at, right? So we got like 6.4, 6.6, 6.3, 7 million, 5.2, 6.5, 13 million, 12 million, 34 million, 25 million, 29 million, 152 million, 88 million, right? So we can also see that volume is rising as well. So price is rising, positive delta is rising, CVD is rising, volume's rising. The only thing that we need to tick everything off is open interest. Is open interest rising? Of course, right? We can see very clearly here, open interest is rising. So what did I tell the team? Right, I told the team a few hours ago, this is a good rise. Okay, it is a good rise. Everything is looking good. We've got positive delta increasing, volume increasing, CVD increasing, open interest increasing, price increasing. This is what we want to see for a strong, strong move. I'm happy with this. Okay, I'm happy with this rise towards the upside, and I'm actually happy to continue to see price rise. I would not be surprised if price continues to rise from here. I'm actually favoring a rise towards the upside. Now, of course, previously I was favoring a move towards the downside. Okay, here I was favoring a move towards the downside, and we did actually get lower after I said that. But then initially, right, we've started to have a bit of a shift, and we are starting to see a nice bullish rise towards the upside. Now, when I say, okay, I just want to clarify this. Okay, when I say this is a strong downtrend, I'm expecting, or this is a strong uptrend and I'm expecting higher prices, that is never a signal to enter into a long trade or enter into a short trade. I myself will never enter into a trade if, like, I would never enter into a long trade here, even though I'm expecting price to go higher, because price is looking very bullish on the order flow. Okay, as you can see right now, we are seeing price continue to rise here. We are looking very bullish, right? I'm not going to enter a long trade off of this though. I'd never ever do that. It's just like an indication to myself, and of course an indication to the team, an indication to you guys as well, that right, okay, I'm in a long trade already. Price is looking bullish. There's no reason to be worried. We can target higher prices, right? I'm looking for higher prices, and then I'm strategically thinking about where I'm going to take profit next, right? So this is, the only use case really for when I say this is a nice rise. Okay, it's never right. We never buy, we never long when we see a nice rise like this. Okay, initially we should already be long, and vice versa, right? When there's a nice pullback, and this, it's like a really nice pullback, we should, in theory, already be short. That's how, like, my mindset is with trading. Okay, I like to get into early short trades. I like to get into early long trades, and then we get the move, right? For me, that's what works best. For me, that's what's been the most profitable. Okay, a lot of traders are breakout traders, right? They wait for the move to happen. They wait for the confirmation of a breakout like this here. Okay, and then they will short. Okay, that's not how I trade. I short into the resistance, if you want to call it that. It is resistance, but I'm looking for more like liquidity sweeps, right? So I'm looking to short the high, take full advantage of the move, okay, and actually long as well when everybody is shorting. And if price does continue lower, of course, I am going to have a little bit left in that trade to take advantage of that. Okay, I am already short from already up all the way up here. So if we did get a continuation lower from here, I'm going to leave a little bit left in the trade to take advantage of that move towards the downside. That's why I am still short on the market. Okay, I am still short. I have this short trade here, and I have this short trade here. Okay, so I am still short on the market just in case, right? It's a hedged trade. I understand that price is actually looking bearish right now because we are in, again, bearish market structure. So I understand that I do need to have a little bit of a hedge on my portfolio just to protect myself, right? If we are going to see 51,700, okay, which is a target technically, right? If we do see this low being taken out here, there's a target, possibly even 43,000. That's another target towards the downside as well. So I want to take advantage of those moves if when we get them, because at some point we are going to get a move like that. Maybe I'll get stopped out of these short trades. Remember, stop losses at entry, so they're risk-free trades. But yeah, maybe I'll get stopped out of these short trades before we actually come down there. But I'd be hoping to have entered into a new short trade at that time, and I probably will most likely have entered into a new short trade. So yeah, just going back to it, when you see a good rise like this, even though I'm expecting price to continue higher, it's never a good opportunity to take a long off of that, right? Because if you're looking right, when I said this, okay, price was at 64,100. Okay, price was at 64,100. So when I said this was a nice rise, price was here. Okay, now you could have entered into a long trade off of that, and you would be in profit right now. The issue with that though is that your stop loss is is going to be very deep, right? Your stop loss is going to be down here. And the first take profit, you would actually be looking at here, right? So it's not a very good risk to reward ratio, is it? It's a 1 to 0.36. That's terrible risk to reward. Okay, so you have to look at it that way. It's never a signal to enter into a long. It's never a signal to buy. It's just an understanding of, right, I can hold this long trade. I can hold this long trade for longer. I can hold this long trade to higher prices, and I could be looking at maybe taking some profit up here, right? That's what I'm looking at really. And of course, I want to acknowledge strong moves like this, because when I acknowledge strong moves like this, it strengthens the confidence I have in that long trade, and I don't have to sit there and it helps like relieve that emotion. If you like to put it that way, right? It helps relieve that emotion. If I start to see a good rise towards the upside, and I'm in a long trade, I'm thinking to myself, right, okay, I feel that I'm very, very correct on my entering into a long trade. As I feel right now, I feel, I feel like this was the long trade that you could have entered into over the past, how many months, right? Because we've longed the bottom here, really. We have longed the bottom pretty much, right? Not the exact bottom, but we've longed the bottom here. So yeah, that's just how you've got to envision it, right? But yeah, it's a good rise towards the upside. I'm expecting higher prices, right? We are now coming up to like an intraday level of mine that I'm possibly interested in shorting. I'm not too sure yet. We'll have to see. We are getting a nice rise towards the upside here. And if we can continue this nice rise and break above, sort of, it's more of like a zone, to be honest with you, rather than a level. These two levels here. So around, yeah, I'd say $65,500. Okay, $65,500. That's a level that I'm interested in shorting. But I mean, if we can get above that and we remain bullish, okay, order flow continues to look bullish, we get a break above it, we use it as support, then we get a push higher, then I'm not too interested. We break above it, we look bullish, we use it as support, I'm not interested in shorting. I'd expect higher prices. And then this is where I'm looking at my more major level, right? Let's have a look. So we have yeah, so up here at the POC, okay? That's my more major level that I'm interested in shorting, and that's the previous short trade that I took, right? If we take a look at the Visionary Discord, where is it? Here. So this is the previous short trade that I took. Again, we had monthly VWAP, we had POC, we had the liquidity from this high up here. I entered into the short trade. As you can see here, I have just taken the short trade. Check the timestamps as well, right? This was 7:50. Okay, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Where have we gone? Oh, there we go. 7:50, and that's 8:51. Okay, right. That was when that was when I didn't change my trading view time. I had it on the wrong time. It was an hour behind. But yeah, the Visionary members know, right? I took this trade, I put it there in the Discord for the team. Okay, and yeah, it was a very, very profitable short trade in itself. And to be honest with you, like, I'm not that in. I'm like, yes, I'm happy to short this level again, but to be honest with you, looking at it statistically, really, it would be more favorable to get a break above this level and see higher prices from there. Of course, like, we may not get that. We may actually just get the short setup and then we see a bigger pullback. Okay. And I will take the short trade. If the short trade is there, I'm going to take the short trade. If the setup is there, all the confirmation I want to see, all the confluence I want to see, the reaction that I want to see, the bearish reaction, if all of that is there, I'm taking the short trade. Okay, I'm taking the short trade without a shadow of a doubt. So yeah, that's the main level. Okay, so this POC, this high here, that's the main area that I'm looking to short, right? That's the main area I'm looking to short. Of course, we have this more like intraday level here that I'm possibly interested in shorting. But yeah, we'll have to see what the reaction is like at that level. We are looking bullish right now. You know, we are looking bullish right now on the order flow. So coming into this level, if we're looking bullish, then I just expect to break above it and then come up to the more major level at the POC. And that also co-aligns with. I'm just gonna have to draw another parallel channel on here because I want to keep them both, to be honest. That coincides with the mid-range of the horizontal parallel channel, right? Let's just put that in there, right? So that, yeah, coincides with the horizontal parallel channel. And yeah, there's confluence there for me. I like the confluence there. I don't think we're not going to have a monthly there, no. We're definitely not going to have a weekly there. Definitely not having a session there. We can pull some anchored VWAPs and see if we've got any resistance coming in. I doubt it though. The trick with these anchored VWAPs are literally just to pull it from different areas of the chart until you find something that you like this here. Okay, so I pulled it from the all-time high. It's not perfect, but it's respected, right? It's respected, and it's confluence here. Okay, so we can see that we pulled it from the all-time high, right? We've used it as resistance, resistance, resistance. Okay, broken above it, support. Okay, not really respected it there, not really respected it there, but here, you know, support. Okay, breakdown, resistance. Okay, back tested it as resistance here. Perfect rejection. Okay, we had confluence. What did we have? We had mid-range of the parallel channel. We had POC. We had liquidity. We had this anchored VWAP from all-time high. Okay, then we got the rejection. I wasn't actually looking at this anchored VWAP, to be honest with you, when I entered into the short. But if I was looking at it, it would have just been even more confluence and would have given me even more conviction to enter into the short here. So we've not tapped it there. But what we can see is that, you know, it's coming in confluence with the POC, the mid-range of the parallel channel. And if we're coming up here, there's a lot of resistance, if you want to call it that, above us. Okay, a lot of resistance. If we can, you know, take out the liquidity from up here, form some sort of failed auction, SFP, and we get acceptance, you know, back below that POC. To be honest, I'm happy to short this, and then looking at the VWAP as well, a reclaim below the VWAP is just even more bearishness as well. Okay, and that would give us like the perfect short entry from up here. So yeah, there is confluence with that anchored VWAP. To be honest, you know, it's not perfect, right? Because we haven't respected it like perfectly. We haven't respected it perfectly. We don't have to respect it perfectly. It is nice when we respect it perfectly, but you know, we don't always respect it perfectly. And what I mean by respecting it perfectly is this here. Okay, so we pulled it from, you know, it's actually, because we're on the lower time frame, we'll actually pull it from all-time high. Okay, this is what I mean by, like, really, you know, even this isn't like perfect. Sometimes with these anchored VWAPs, like they are respected perfectly, pretty much to the dollar. Okay, we do have slight deviations here, but you know, initially this is just respected. Okay, even here, respected. Yes, you know, there's a slight deviation of the level, right? But it's initially respected. Okay, really, really nice. And you know, even here we break above it, support. Okay, big move towards the upside, right? And yeah, you know, here we start to, you know, even though, you know, we're disrespecting it kind of here, but we're not at the same time. We break below it, we break above it, back test it as support, 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 breakdown, resistance, break above, support, 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 move towards the upside. It's such a powerful tool, these anchored VWAPs. That's why I love to look at them. But yeah, I mean, it's just more confluence, right? It's just more confluence. So we just need to remain patient and wait for that, right? Just remain patient and wait for it. Order flow's still looking good. Order flow's still looking good. I'm not worried about it whatsoever. So I still think this rise can continue. And again, I'm waiting for my sort of highest probability setup, right? The highest probability setup would be from the mid-range POC. That's the highest probability short trade that I see at this moment in time. Before that, of course, we have these highs here. We could look for an intraday setup from these highs, but yeah, my preferred short trade would be from up here. So yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see what order flow is looking like coming into this. We may look very bullish coming into this, and I'm just not interested in shorting it. Then we come up to the POC, and then we start to look a little bit bearish, and I'll take the short, right? And then I'll be targeting lower prices initially. But we could absolutely smash through this POC, look very bullish, smash all the way through to value area high, get above that, smash all the way to all-time high. It's still a possibility, right? We, of course, are looking to break this level here, to break bearish market structure. But even if we do that, it depends how you're looking at it, really. Okay, so I've talked about this a few times. So we're looking at bearish market structure like this at this moment in time. And, it looks like we want to break this high here. So maybe we're not looking at this as a lower high. Maybe it's just choppy price action up. So we could take out this high here, technically breaking bearish market structure here. Okay, technically breaking it because we're breaking above this high. But then it all depends on how you're looking at it. Okay, so you could be looking at this as a lower high, okay, and then your lower low here, or sorry, you could be looking at this as a lower low here, lower high, lower low, or what you could be looking at is that, okay, where we've got the high, the low, the lower high, the lower low here. We're coming in to put in a lower high, and then we get a bigger move towards the downside, like something like that. Okay, of course, over a longer period of time or something. Okay, but looking something like that. So I'm still aware that this is on the tables, right? This is on the table. I'm still aware of this because there is strong resistance. There's strong conviction, okay, for a short trade here. Okay, like I said, this is my highest probability short trade setup that I'm looking at this moment in time. There's high confluence for a short trade here. If we get that short trade entry, then I'm looking at it like this really, and I'm thinking, okay, we're still in bearish market structure. This wasn't the lower low. This was the lower low here. We've come in, okay, this wasn't the lower high. This was the lower high here. Now we're probably going to come down and form the lower low, right? I don't want to get extremely bearish here. And I'm long on Bitcoin, okay, so I'm not extremely bearish. I'm just thinking of scenarios, right? This is what will really, really help you as a trader become a profitable trader. Just literally plan out every single scenario. That's what I do. I plan out the bullish scenario. I plan out the bearish scenario. And whichever one plays out, I will trade that. Okay, I will just trade that. If the bullish scenario plays out here, okay, I'm going to trade that. I'm currently trading it right now because I'm in long trades. Okay, yes, again, I took too much profit here, but I'm on another account and I have another long trade open there. Okay, I am in long trades. Okay, so I'm going to continue to ride that up and I'm going to look for new long trades as well. Okay, I'll be looking for new long trades on any pullback that we get, right? So yeah, I can see Ready. Good to see you back. Good to see you back here. Nice to see you. Have you taken any swing long trades from the recent bottom? Um, do you mean, I'm guessing you mean this one here. And my answer to that is no. There were trades to be had there, but I didn't take any long trades down here. The only long trade that I took was from down here. Okay, there were long trades to be had, but yeah, I was waiting for just a little bit lower to then enter into a short trade. I was looking for a GP786 setup. So let's pull that. Right, I was looking for price to come into GP786 area because we had really nice bullish CBD coming in there, and I was looking to long sort of like 59,000, 59,000 around that level. I was looking to enter into a new, because I would have got stopped out of the initial long trade, and then I would have re-entered there because that would have been my highest probability long trade setup. But yeah, on the lower time frames, okay, if let's zoom into the hour, okay, we were aware that we had really nice bullish CBD coming in on the higher time frames. Okay, so you can look at this, right? There's a nice intraday long trade here, right? Nice intraday. That would have initially got stopped out, but then you could have re-entered into a long trade here. And as you can see, that would have been a really, really nice long trade. I didn't take any of these trades. I didn't take them. I'll say that proudly. I didn't take them because I was waiting for a higher probability trade setup. Those weren't my higher probability trade setups. I was waiting for a higher probability trade setup, right? So yeah, I didn't take any swing long trades from here. The only swing long trades I have open are from 59,000, which again, are actually better entries. Yeah, I do still have as well long trades open from 41,000 and from 51,000. Those are my two like really, really big long trades. And again, right, I can actually find those. I don't know how long it'll take me, right? But somewhere in here. Okay, so this was the long trade from, oh no, that was a short trade. That was the long trade there from 51. That was the long trade from 41. Let's see if I can actually find it here. So hedged long for me as prices formed a failed auction of range low with bullish CVD and open interest. Okay, yeah, again, look at this, right? This long trade that I entered into at $41,000 was the exact same long trade that I entered into at 59,000, right? Let's get rid of this. The exact same setup here. Look what I'm looking at here at $41,300. Okay, I've got my fixed range pulled. Okay, I've got my range low. I've got my range high. Okay, we form a failed auction of range high. We formed a failed auction of range low. We've reclaimed value area low. Price is looking bullish. What did I do? Told the team I've taken a long trade. Okay, here was the long trade setup that I was looking at. Hedged long. Told the team hedged long for me as prices formed a failed auction of a range low with bullish CVD. And I'm pretty sure I was actually short from up here. As you can see here, yeah, I was actually short from $47,400. Yeah. So that was the long trade that I took from $41,000. Exactly the same setup as I took from 59,000. I'm just rinsing and repeating these trades, right? So that was the trade from 41. And I don't actually know what the trade was from 50. I don't remember. Let's find it. But yeah, look. Is it going to load? That doesn't load. So that was, let's have a look. Is this going to load? There you go. So yeah, you can see after we entered into that, price just rose really, really nicely. 330% in a profit, 337% in a profit. Yeah, no shorts. I remain long. Another TP on the long at 500, almost 600% in a profit there. Okay, and then I took another long trade setup here. Long trade setup, failed auction of range low. Again, the exact same trade setup. Failed auction of range low. So I longed a failed auction of range low at 41,000, 51,000, and 59,000. Okay, rinse and repeat these setups. That's all I do. Rinse and repeat, and they're just so profitable. Okay, long setup for me, a failed auction of range low. There you go. There you go. And here, look, check the timestamps here as well. 15:34. So if you know the 24-hour clock, right, that's 3:34. When did I post this? 3:35. Okay, there you go. A minute off, right? Check the timestamps there. Okay, just, yeah, rinse and repeat this. Just absolutely rinse and repeat. There you go. 51,000. Huge bullish reaction. Okay, there was the long. Came all the way up, TP2 on the long trade. There you go. We've come up to range high, TP2. Easy long trade. And I took a short trade here. I actually shorted the range high here. TP1 on the short. Really nice short trade there. And we came down to range low. And then I said new long setup for me. I didn't post a thing for some reason. What was that from? That was from 51,000 as well. So I longed 51,000 twice. New long setup for me. And that was an SFP of range low. That was an SFP of range low this time. TP1 on the long trade, mid-range of the parallel channel. And there we go, TP2 on the long at range high. There we go. Yeah, I like to go back through the Discord sometimes and just literally scroll through it and look at because this is like this is my trading journal. I don't, even before I had, or like I was sharing the Discord, I would post my trades into a Discord as like a journal, because it's a lot easier than like putting it in a journal, I think, anyway. And it's kind of like just reading a book, to be honest with you. You know, you have all the timestamps here. It gives you the timestamps. You just scroll. Yes, it's a bit more difficult. You have to scroll up and find it all. But yeah, I personally, like, journaling is really good for trading. I 100% agree on journaling. At this moment in time, I don't journal because I share everything in the Discord. You know, I've been doing this for about a year now, just like posting my trades in a Discord, even when there's nobody on the Discord as well, just because it's just very simple. You know, I can write whatever I want, as much as I want, and update as much as I want. Taking the long off of a pullback here. Right, that was a GP 786 setup. How did that trade? That was a really nice long trade there as well. Yeah, sometimes I like to just go through the Discord and look at my previous trades. It's always good. And you can see, right, what was that? I've just shown you there 3 trades of me just rinsing and repeating failed auctions of range lows with value area lows, right? It's just, yeah, rinse and repeat them. Rinse and repeat what works. And that's exactly what works, right? Exactly what works. Is now a good idea to enter into a long trade, or is it too late? I can't give you financial advice, Eric, but yeah, you've missed the long trade, right? You've really long trade. I can't. This is not financial advice, but I would not be longing. I'm looking for a short trade here. Okay, so now, you know, you need to get rid of this mindset of thinking price is rising, I need to long. It's not the mindset that you should have. The mindset that you should have is price is rising, I'm looking for a short, or price is falling, I'm looking for a long trade. It, like, at first it may seem idiotic and stupid to long when price is pulling back and short when price is rising, but it's what works, right? It's what works for me. You know, the proof is in the Discord. Go through the Discord, right? And just see how many times I've shorted price rising and longed price price pulling back, right? Perfect example here. Price was rising, I shorted here. Price was falling, I longed here. Price is rising, okay, I'm now looking for a short trade. Okay, I'm now looking for a short trade. So yeah, my answer to that is you are very, very late for a long trade. The long trade was from $59,300 approximately. If you really wanted to enter into a long trade and you'd already missed the move, then you're looking at a long trade from 60 $1,500 approximately. That was your next longing opportunity. I wasn't looking for a long trade down there just because I had such a nice entry down here. But yeah, never FOMO into trades, right? Like I was saying earlier. I don't know if you were here, Eric, when I was talking about it earlier. Okay, I told the team, right, this is a good rise. I told the team this when price was at $64,100. Okay, price is now at $64,700. So ever since I've said that, price has had a continuation towards the upside. But did I long this? No. Would I ever take a long off of me saying price is looking, or this rise is looking good? Okay, this is a good rise. No, I'd never ever do that. Okay, I'd never do that. That's not how I trade. That's not how anybody should trade. Because like I said, if you longed when I said that, okay, this is what I was saying earlier. So I said that at 64,100. Okay, if you longed, yes, you would be in profit right now, but your stop loss would have to be, okay, and even if you were just entering into a long trade here, your stop loss would have to be below this low down here. Right, let's just draw it out. Someone's calling me. Sorry. Yeah. So your stop loss, right? If you entered into a long trade here, your stop loss would have to be below this low. That's the only, it's the only option. That's the only option that you have to put your stop loss. Yes, you could put it down here, right? But your only option really is to put your stop losses down here, okay? And your take profit is very small, right? You've got resistance coming in here, okay? And then you've got resistance coming in here. So your risk to reward is not good at all, right? It's just terrible risk to reward ratio here. So it's not a valid long trade from here. I'd never take a long trade from here, ever. But yeah, price, again, price is still looking bullish, right? Price is still looking bullish. I'm happy with this. I'm still happy to see price continue to rise. I'm not going to take a long though. I'm happy with the long trades that I'm in. So I'm going to continue to stick in those long trades. But yeah, I don't, anything else? We can have a quick look at Ethereum. Ethereum's getting a nice rise. There's been so many amazing trades on Ethereum recently, but yeah, not here. On the lower time frames, yes, there was a little long trade there, a little long trade here, but yeah, no like high probability long trade setups on Ethereum. But yeah, Ethereum as well. That's still looking very bearish, right? We got bearish market structure here. It's low, but this could be the direct. We could be looking. So we got the high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Could be coming down for another lower low, possibly, and then for another lower high, and then another lower low. And this is my thesis, right? Until we break 3,361. Okay, until we break this high, I'm still thinking bearish market structure. If we break this high, then I'm thinking we're breaking bearish market structure. Let's look for the next level, which is around 3,680. If we break that, then we're looking for 4,000. Okay, very, very simple. It's the same with Bitcoin. That's my thesis with Bitcoin really as well. Above. So this is like, how do I say it? Because I always say low is like your case. What could we call it at the top? You got your line in the sand. Bullish case scenario, right? That invalidates the bearish case. I don't know if you've got a name for it, but yeah, your bullish case scenario is we break above this POC with strength. Okay, if we do that, we get above 67,000. I'm thinking to myself, okay, we're looking very bullish here. The next target I have is value area high. Okay, if we don't do that, if we get above it, okay, we see weakness, acceptance back below it, then I'm thinking, right, we're looking bearish. So we're most likely going to come down and form a new lower low. Okay, that's how I'm looking at this. So yeah, I guess yeah, that's my invalidation of the bearish scenario. If we reclaim this, let's call it that, invalidation of the bearish scenario. Because right now, like I'm thinking in my head, right, the more probable scenario is that we actually come down and form a new lower low because we're in bearish market structure. But I understand, right, that we're in a huge bull market. So I do understand that if we break this if we come past this invalidation point for the bearish target, I'm happy to very quickly shift my bias and say, right, I'm bullish again. I'm looking for higher prices. Okay. Until we do that, I'm just going to remain like a little bit more bearish, right? Not bearish. I'm not bearish. I'm just like cautious, slightly more bearish than I am bullish, right? It's yeah. But it can change like that in trading. Can we look for longs from GP to POC? Can we look for longs from GP, Golden Pocket, to POC? I mean, are you talking? Let me know. Are you talking about? Tell me which GP you're talking about. Let me know what level. Are you talking about if we pull back from here? Okay, so we pull it from the low here to potential high here, and then we pull back. Because that's a long setup if and only if there's confluence there. Okay, we can head over to head over to okay, yes. Okay, perfect. Right. Yeah, so yeah, I mean that's valid, right? If we pull back from here, okay, we can pull the fib from the low to the high. And yes, if price pulls back into this GP 786 and we look bullish, i.e., we have some sort of short absorption coming in, okay, maybe we have a naked point of control or something. Let's see. What level are we looking at? Around 62. Anything below 62,000. Yeah, I mean, there's no naked point of controls, but if we were to get short absorption coming into the GP 786, then yes, I could look to long this and take this up to the POC. Definitely. Um, yeah, do I see that happening? Not really. It's a possibility. Okay, it's a possibility, and if the setup is there and it presents itself to us, I'm going to take it. Yes. Do I see it happening? Not really. I don't really see that happening. There's a possibility, and yes, again, right. If the setup's there, I will take the long, and yeah, I would be targeting the highs initially, and then of course, if we get above the highs, okay, say we took the long and we get above the highs, then yes, I'm looking at POC, right? I just don't really see that happening. It could happen, and it could. I just don't really see it happening, really. I'm thinking to myself here, right? We have such a big psychological level of 65,000. Okay, 65,000 is like a pretty strong level in itself because it is, because it is like 65,000. It's just like such a psychological level, right? So I don't think we've tapped it, have we? Okay, we have tapped 65,000. Okay, yeah, okay, maybe yeah. There's a possibility, right? Yes, maybe there's a possibility that we pull back because we've hit the psychological level. If we had front run the psychological level, then I'd say, right, I just expect 65,000 to be taken out because it's such a psychological level. But yeah, there is a possibility we could pull back from here, right? Still, probability wise, I wouldn't expect it. But yeah, there's always the case there. If we get the setup, remember, right? You can come over to coinalyze.net and you can pull up The CVD on the coinalize.net is completely free. Okay, you don't have to have exo charts, right? You don't have to have exo charts. So you can see it on coinalize.net. So yeah, of course, yeah, that's a possible long trade setup from the GP 786 down there. I don't like to use the GP on its own. I like to use the 786 as well because a few years ago, like a year and a half, 2 years ago, price would respect the GP 786, so the 0.618 and the 0.65 level, like perfectly. But then as the market's kind of matured a little bit, we do tend to see it drop down to the 786 a lot of the time as well. So I like to look at the GP 786. That's how I like to call it, what I like to call it. So yeah, I wouldn't just be looking at the GP level. I'd be looking at the 786 as well. But yeah, that's a possibility. Martin, do you use Elliott Wave at all? I do. I do use Elliott Wave, but I use Elliott Wave more as like higher time frame and just sort of like, yeah, planning out where price could go in the like higher time frames. I don't really use Elliott Wave whatsoever on the lower time frames. I'd use it on, maybe I'd use it on the 8 hour. Okay. And you can pull it up, right? And you can, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if you're looking at it like this, right, we've come to wave 5, and then you've got the ABC corrections, A, B, C. Okay, so you could look at it like this. Yeah, this is like perfect Elliott wave right here. Have I been looking at it? Not really. I'm aware of it, right? But I don't really look at it. I just basically trade what the charts are telling me, right? But yeah, initially, right, Elliott wave, it is amazing, right? It is amazing, and if you use it, then congratulations, right? It is an amazing tool, and this could like have added even more conviction to my trades, but you don't have to use it. And I prefer to use it on the higher time frames here. Okay, but yeah, we have wave. We have wave 1, okay, here, wave 2, okay. I shorted the all-time high here. Again, I've still got these short trades open. This was the short trade here from all-time high. And then we also have a short, and I added to the short trade here as well. And then this short trade that we entered here is this short trade here. Okay, so yeah, looking at Elliott wave here, it can help you enter into short trade. So first of all, I entered into a short trade here. Elliott wave doesn't help you there. I entered into a short trade here. Elliott wave doesn't really help you there. Elliott wave helps you at kind of like wave 3 and wave 4. And wave 5 as well. Definitely wave 5, because then you're looking at an ABC correction. Okay, so yeah, at wave 4, when I didn't enter into a long trade at wave 3. Okay, I didn't enter into a long trade here. The long trade that I entered into prior to that was from wave 1. But again, you're not looking at Elliott wave at that point, are you? But yeah, so you got wave 3. You can look for a long trade there. And of course, wave 3, expecting wave 4 for then a bigger move towards the downside for wave 5. But at wave 4, when I entered into this short trade, yes, I could have been looking at Elliott wave, and I could have been thinking, okay, this is wave 4. We're going to probably come down now for wave 5. Okay, and I could have been looking at that. But yeah, I wasn't. I'll admit that I wasn't looking at it. But yeah, Elliott wave, it is so powerful. And this is right here a perfect example of Elliott wave. Okay, you have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, and then you've got your ABC correction. A, B, C, right? We're coming up to wave C right now. We're coming up to form wave C. Okay, and this is where, this could actually help us with looking for new trades here, right? We're coming up possibly for wave C. Okay, where from wave C, you are kind of expecting a pullback, right? You are kind of expecting a pullback wherever wave C is going to be. Okay, you are initially expecting a pullback. So where could wave C end? Okay, well, wave C could end at the POC here that I'm looking to short, right? That's where wave C could actually end. So yes, maybe I should look at this. Maybe I should keep this on the chart, right? And think, right, this could be end of wave C. Then we get the pullback. Okay. So yeah, Elliott wave is very, very powerful. I probably should use it more, to be honest with you, but yeah, it's very rare that you get perfect Elliott wave like this. It is quite rare. Of course, you see it all of the time on like the daily time frame, on the higher time frames. Yeah, but it's a little bit more rare to see it on the lower time frames. But yeah, Elliott wave is great. My question to you is, do you use Elliott wave? But yeah, this is everybody should draw this on their chart right now. This is very, very valuable. Wave one, wave two, wave three, wave four, wave five, A, B, C. Okay, correction, and then from wave C, wherever that may be, we're looking for a pullback off of that. But yeah, Elliott wave is so powerful. Price is slowing down a little bit. I've been live for about an hour. So yeah, are there any more questions? I can see 4 people, I believe, here watching it on YouTube, and then 3 over on Twitter, or X as I should call it. Not really that much. Yeah, I mean, it is very powerful. It is a very powerful tool, and I do look at it. But yeah, like you said, I don't really use it that often. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it can help with like conviction, and it can help you with thinking. Like back here, if I was looking at it back here, right, I would be drawing it and I'll be thinking, okay, right, wave 4, I'm looking for a short trade somewhere here. That could be the end of wave 4. Okay. Then we have wave 5. Well, wave 5 could take us below, or will most likely take us below wave 3. Okay. Forming a lower low. So, yeah, that's how it could have helped me. And then from wave 5, I'm thinking, okay, wherever that ends, wherever I start to see bullish price action, I'm looking for a long trade, okay? Because then we expect an ABC correction. So, yeah, again, very powerful. Screenshot this chart right now and just draw that on your chart, okay? Because we can use this now for wave C, okay? We're coming to the end of it, right? But yeah, we can be looking at a wave C. We could actually. I don't actually want to delete that, to be honest with you, because that's really nice. Let's have a look. So if we are okay, let's talk about this. Any more questions as well? Put them in the chat because I'll probably end the live stream after I've finished talking about this. Just because I understand I do have some things to be getting on with. But yeah, so let's have a look. So say we do, right? Again, drawing out scenarios. Say we do invalidate the bearish scenario and we actually break above POC here. We use it as support. Okay, maybe we'll look at, it's a bit difficult because, this is where we could be looking at wave 5 possibly taking us up to all-time high. To be honest with you, no, actually, right, I'm going to backtrack a little bit, okay? We could still see a pullback from here. We could still see a pullback from POC and still have wave 3 come down for wave 4 here, right? Say we're looking at a GP786 level. Say we get short absorption coming into that level. We can look for a long trade there. That could be the end of wave 4 to then come up and form wave 5. That's how I would be looking at trading this possibly. Okay, again, right, Elliott wave, it doesn't give you certainty on where price is going to go. So it's not like set in stone that price is going to do this. I'm actually going to save that as well, just in case price does do this. But yeah. So yeah, if we do, even if we do get a short setup from here, okay, that could still complete wave 3. Wave 4 we come down, GP786, short absorption from there. That could be the end of wave 4. If we were to come back down to wave 2, for me, that invalidates the bullish Elliott wave count. And then I would just be thinking, okay, we're just going to come down and probably take out the low here and maybe go even lower. If we don't see short absorption there and then we come down and invalidate wave 2. But yeah, that's just a possibility, right? Short absorption up for wave 5. Okay, wave 5 would take you above wave 3. Who knows where wave 5 would end? It could take you to all-time high. It could take you just up to the value area high. So we could be looking at something like that. Or if we get a more impulsive move, okay, we could use POC as support, and we could be looking at something like that as well. Okay, so that's a possibility, right? Those are two scenarios, really. Ready. How do you find the short absorption? Well, that's one of the secrets, isn't it? No, it's not. It's not really a short absorption. Sorry, it's not really a secret, right? So, short absorption. Let's just zoom out and show you a simple explanation of it. Here, short absorption, right? CVD, okay, is making lower lows, okay, telling us that there is more aggressive CVD is making lower lows, meaning that there is more aggressive shortening. Why do I keep saying that? CVD is making lower lows, telling us that there is more aggressive shorting happening here than happened back here. Okay. But price is making higher lows. Okay. Price is making higher lows. CVD is making lower lows. This is classed as a bullish divergence. And this is like the real bullish divergence, not a lagged bullish divergence or a hidden bullish divergence that you see people use on the RSI. This is a true to nature bullish CVD. A bullish divergence. Okay, bullish CVD divergence. When you see price making higher highs, higher lows, CVD making lower lows, telling us that there is more shorting happening here than there was back here, but price is making higher lows, telling us that, okay, and this is what short absorption is, okay, telling us that there is a large, or there's a series of large buy limit orders at these levels here that are absorbing all of the selling pressure, all of the shorting pressure. Okay, so there's a big whale here, or multiple whales, and they are absorbing all of the shorting that's happening here. And after all of the shorts have been absorbed, we then see price rise, and that's exactly what happened here. We saw initially like a little rise towards the upside, pull back, okay. But then, as you can see here, we are seeing a bigger rise as of now. So the expectation is, when you see short absorption, the expectation is that you see a big rise towards the upside, okay, a nice impulsive move. When you get long absorption, it's the complete opposite, okay. You're expecting a big pullback. I'd never, ever, ever trade long and short absorption by itself. Of course, you always have to look for a confluence, okay. So here, this was one of the long trades that I was looking at entering into. Let's get rid of this Elliott wave count for now. So yeah, one of the long trades that I was looking at entering into was actually short absorption coming into this GP 786. But what happens? Okay, we front run the GP ever so slightly there. So yeah, there was no long trade to be had there. But that would have been a perfect, right? Say if we came into the GP 786, short absorption, I would have taken the long, and it would have been a really nice long trade. But yeah, that's basically what short absorption is. So yeah, I'll give it another minute. If there are any questions, any more questions, then yeah, put them down. But if not, I will head off because I do have some things that I do need to get on with. But yeah, if you haven't already, please make sure you smash that thumbs up button and subscribe, of course, if you are new as well. Just put the trades back up. So yeah. No problem, ready. No problem at all. Let's have a look. DXY is pulling back. That's really good for Bitcoin. That's really good. That's what we want to see for a rise towards the upside. Again, right before I go, my major level that I'm interested in shorting is that POC there. That's the major level that I'm interested in shorting. Of course, we have this level here, but I'm happy with the way this rise is going. To be honest with you, that I don't know if this is Of course, we could get the setup here, right? We could get the short setup here, um, but we'll have to see. I doubt it. And again, the highest probability short trade would be from up here. So I'd rather remain patient for that, to be honest with you. Just because there's just so much confluence at that level. There's so much more confluence, right? We've got high liquidity sat at that level. We've got the POC, we've got the mid range, and like I was talking about earlier, did I save it? Okay, well, I'll have to just redraw it in. We had the anchored VWAP as well from all-time high. There's just strong confluence there for a short trade. So that's why I'd prefer to take a short trade from there, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there. Please make sure you smash that thumbs up button if you did enjoy. Of course, I will be back tomorrow for another live stream as well. Of course, we'll go through everything tomorrow. And of course, if you want access to the Visionary Discord, where I give every single trade away that I take, click the first link in the description. It will take you over to this page right here. Of course, we have a free trial that we are running at the moment. So yeah, 1 day free trial, no details required. So take advantage of that. And then of course, we have the monthly subscription as well. So yeah. Head over there and just take advantage of the free trial. I'm sure you will find it valuable. I'm sure you will find it valuable. We do daily market updates as well, and the week commencing preparation. So week 18 preparation. Week 19 preparation, preparing ourselves for the week. So of course, in here you can ask me any questions that you have as well, about any trades that I'm taking, about anything that's going on with price action. So of course, take advantage of that. We do have the education as well. I haven't completely got all of the education out there, but I'm working my way through it. I just need a little bit more time to get it all out there. I've got the basic stuff, that's the basics. Most people know the basics. It's the advanced stuff that I'm trying to work my way through. That's what I've got to do after this, which is all of XOCharts. And of course, the desktop version of XOCharts, which is so much more complicated, and that's what's causing a bit of difficulty. It just takes a lot of time. But it's a lot more advanced. So again, smash that thumbs up button. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. And for any Visionary members, I will see you in the Discord as well. So thank you very much, team.